Hello everyone, the 316 here with another Morphed Monday Lightning Collection review. This time I got the first of the four Street Fighter collab figures, the Morphed Ryu Crimson Hawk Ranger. I believe that this figure originally retailed for $35. I got mine for around $25. They're starting to come down in price. Ken and Cammy are pretty cheap. I found them in a couple different places for under 20 bucks, but never the same place. I'm just waiting on a decent sale on the rest of the figures before I get the three of them. Anyway, Ryu here, as I said, was the first of the Street Fighter collab figures and is the only Street Fighter collab figure to have a live action costume made for it. So I thought that was a pretty cool little tidbit. So as you can see here, the box, it's similar in size to the deluxe boxes, but not as thick. These are about the same thickness as just a standard Lightning Collection closed box was. On the back here, of course, you got the render here of him doing his Hadouken. And all the accessories included. It says he stands at 6.1 inches, 155 millimeters, excuse me. And on this side, you have a pretty nice artwork of Ryu, and then on this side, the unmorphed version. It is unfortunate he doesn't come with an unmasked head sculpt. That would have been really cool, because I think he did take his helmet off in that short that they did for Legacy Wars. Again, not too sure. But let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories, starting off with this stand here. So this stand here, it's a stand. It's a frosted clear. It's not quite completely transparent. But yeah, there's a tube here. You can have it like this, or you can have it like this or this, etc. And then you can put one of two effect pieces into it. So here is the Hadouken effect in a nice bright orange color. Or you could have the Crimson Hawk here. There's just a hole in the base of that. Ooh, that did not want to go in. And then you can put that in instead if you'd rather, the hawk flying out of his Hadouken. But it's hard to see this on camera because it's so like transparent, but trying to get a good look. There you go. So you can kind of see what that looks like, just to give you an idea. So, it's a nice stand here. He also comes with one other effect piece, which actually goes on his foot. You saw that on the front of the box. It goes on this right foot here. I like to shove it in backwards, or rather from the back of the foot to the front. It's just easier to put in and get out that way, because this end of the effect piece is bigger. I believe you could put it on this leg, but it just looks kind of weird like that. I don't mind it, but again, I don't think it's supposed to be like that. Last two pieces he gets are his gloves. He's got a set of open gloves for his Hadouken, and he's got a set of fists. And again, I don't know why my camera's not wanting to focus. Come on. Don't look at my hands, look at this hand. But yeah, you get the idea. They're not quite red, they're kind of like a maroon or a crimson. Just not very bright. Now, it may not be easy to see this on camera, so I'm going to lower the brightness here. But the figure itself here is actually two different shades of white. So from the upper torso to the legs, it is a very cream colored white, kind of like coffee creamer, I would say. And then his arms are more like milky white, very bright. And the butterfly joints as well are that milky white color. And so is the neck. The neck is that milky white color too. I'm not sure why they made this design decision, making his outfit that color and his sleeves white. It might have to do with like his just standard looking Ryu form. Maybe they wanted to highlight the sleeves rather, to show that like, oh look, he's got sleeves now, yay. But very weird choice. Paint wise, it's pretty good. So on his sash down here, you can see some Japanese. I believe it would focus. I don't know why it doesn't want to focus today. If I get closer, further away. There you go. And you can see that his Morpher has the Crimson Hawk coin. It's not too detailed, but it's, two pieces of gold paint. But I do like that the sash is outlined in the gold. Speaking of being outlined in gold, both sides of the figure are outlined in this very nice gold detail. It's it's appreciated, the amount of paint that's on this figure. It's also on his boots here. If you look on the package, though, the gold underneath the band is like a more yellow color. Here, it's the exact same color, but they only applied like one pass of that gold onto the figure, whereas this band is nice and vibrant gold. Speaking of gold, his Crimson Hawk shield, I guess, it's a brighter gold color compared to the other gold colors on this figure here. You can kind of see what I mean. And of course, it's molded, so it's not painted, which is, it does suck, but it's not too big of a deal. He also has this text on both sides of the gloves here. I'm not a Street Fighter guy, so I don't know what they mean. I like this helmet sculpt. Sculpt is pretty much perfect, although I always found it looked kind of like a chicken. It just looks kind of weird to me, but I get what they were going for here. The red here is the headband, and then he's got his eyes, and then you got the hawk on his forehead there. It does look good. I will admit that. I don't know what figure this reuses. I want to say it reuses a figure, but it's not coming to me because this is a bigger body than the standard Lightning Collection figures. I just can't remember which one it reuses. I don't know if it does reuse any. This might be the first time we've seen the arms, but the legs definitely look familiar. Anyway, articulation wise, he gets pretty much what you'd expect. He's got that hinge and the diaphragm cut, although I noticed with the diaphragm it doesn't want to like turn like at all. Like there's just not enough clearance in the parts, and it makes it feel like it's gonna warp one of them. So just be careful with that. Otherwise, it moves just fine. Doesn't feel too loose. He does have drop down hips, which again it might be hard to see on camera, but those are wobbly just a little bit. But he'll hold a pose, if you stick him like that, he'll hold it. But yeah, the drop down hinges, they're all right. They do their job. Just a little loose. He can, I believe, kick his own ass. He's very close to kicking his own ass. It's very close, but he cannot kick his own ass. The spread is perfect. No complaints there. He can't touch his own shoulder. Can't. That's I said can't. I mean, unless you really wanted to. I mean, there's really no reason for him to touch his own shoulder. He can touch like a little bit of the shield on his torso, and I think they painted under that. Maybe not. Well, I mean, it goes up into the shoulder area, so not really a need to paint it. He does use the newer style of articulation with the dumbbell, one at the top and bottom. I get a lot of swivel on the bottom joint, but not so much at the top unless I like hold the neck in place. And he can look up a decent amount and look down like not at all, which does suck. But that's the figure there, and all the articulation points. Of course, since he has drop down hinges, though, they can go up enough. So if you want him to do a kick of some kind, it'll be easy. So good figure to pose, fun to pose. He holds his poses. That's all you really want with an action figure. I'm gonna go ahead and do the size comparisons now. So Morphed Ryu stands at about 6.1 inches tall, maybe a little bit taller or shorter, depending on where you have the drop down hips at. So let's go ahead and show what he looks like with the other collab figures. We have the Cobra Kai Daniel LaRusso, the Crane, I believe, and we have Leonardo, Blue Mighty Morphin. And while not necessarily a collab figure, it is one that is Power Rangers adjacent, and we do have the White Dragon from the still unreleased White Dragon film. Hopefully they get around to that. It's annoying that it still hasn't come out yet. I just wish they'd release it and get it. It's been almost 3 years. Just release it. Like, I don't care if the CGI is unfinished. Just do it. So yeah, that's what he looks like next to the other collab figures. Let's move on to our Usual suspects with our DC Multiverse. We got Atrocitus back there, and Arkham City Batman gold label, the Jaded Toys Spartan Yoroi. We get our wrestlers in here, the AEW Unrivaled Samoa Joe and the WWE Mattel Elite 100 John Cena. Moving on to our 6-inch scaled stuff, all from Hasbro. We got the Marvel Legends Scarlet Spidey, the Star Wars Black Series Retro Card Boba Fett, the G.I. Joe Classified Tiger Force Outback, and lastly, our Power Rangers Lightning Collection Dino Thunder Black Ranger. I do like this figure a lot. It is worth the price if it's on sale, but at full price for $35, I just don't think I can fully recommend it. Again, it's a good figure, but unless you can find it for about 25 or less, I don't think you should be buying it. And you can still find them pretty much everywhere. Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon, stuff like that. I do plan on getting the rest of the Street Fighter collab figures. The Chun-Li one's my personal favorite of the four, looks-wise, but she's not really gone down in price to my liking. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and before I forget, I wanted to show you that the insert packing here is Street Fighter themed. It's got Ken, Cammy, Ryu, and Chun-Li, and some kanji there. It's got the power coins as well as the Mighty Morphin power coins, and some other things in there too. So leave a like on the video, subscribe, hit the bell. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see me get the Jaded Toys Street Fighter stuff. Only one I'm really interested in is Ryu and Chun-Li, but I think they've been out of print for a while. Oh well. Thanks for watching, y'all, and as always, peace.